Hello and welcome to Game of Box Office. Today we will take a look at the box office run of Frozen. Let's start off with some statistics. Frozen was released on November 22nd, 2013 in 3,742 cinemas and ran a total of 238 days until the last performance on July 17th, 2014. The film was produced by Disney with a budget of $150 million and received a PG rating. The film opened to $67.39 million and finished its run with $400.7 million in the USA and Canada. In addition, Frozen made $875.7 million in the rest of the world, resulting in a combined total of $1.276 billion worldwide. Wow. Frozen is really kind of a unicorn, and here is why. The movie opened in late November, which means its winter Christmas theme will pay off good in December when the movie is still doing quite good business in its 4th, 5th and 6th week. That was probably the plan of the studio, but to be honest, we think that don't even Disney expected such a run from Frozen. The movie opened to $67 million, very good, but it would have opened even higher when it wouldn't have been released on a Wednesday. Because of that, Frozen burned some of its opening weekend gross power before the weekend even started. When Frozen would have performed like that for the rest of its run, it would probably have closed somewhere between 190 to 200 million in the domestic market. But that is the moment where the magic started to happen. From there on, for the next 14 weekends, the biggest drop of Frozen was just 31.5%. Around Christmas time, on the 6th weekend, the movie even increased over the 5th weekend, and the weekday numbers were multiple times bigger than from the first week. Here we show you the numbers from the first 10 weekends. You can see how incredible the movie performed over the long run, and after just 66 days, the movie was standing at $347.9 million in the USA and Canada. The even more surprising outcome though is the overseas total of Frozen. With $875 million from overseas countries, Frozen is holding the record for biggest overseas gross by an animated film. The movie performed great all over the planet, but the one country that contributed most to this epic overseas total is Japan. In Japan, Frozen grossed nearly $250 million in total. Absolutely insane. Japan is always a surprise box for most films, since sometimes a movie flops totally in Japan and then another film becomes an incredible hit that nobody saw coming. With Frozen it was the second situation. With nearly $250 million, Frozen sits on 3rd place of all time in Japan. The only two movies that grossed more are Titanic and Spirited Away from 1997 and 2001. So what can we say in conclusion about Frozen? The film is astonishing in every way. The overseas gross is a record for an animated film, and it will be interesting to see which animated movie will break it. The 400 million domestic total is the 3rd highest domestic total an animated film has ever collected. Just Toy Story 3 and Shrek 2 grossed more. The Lion King is also ahead of Frozen, but that's just because of its 3D re-release from a few years ago. All drops from Frozen were out of this world, and the resulting 5.93 multiplier is something that is really rare to witness in today's movie business. Maybe the most incredible thing from all these records, Frozen is with $1.27 billion total the highest grossing animated film of all time, beating all other huge franchises that were already out there. All in all, the Game of Box Office team rates Frozen with the grade A. Our upcoming video will be an analysis about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, X-Men Days of Future Past, or a prediction about Finding Dory. We hope you enjoyed this analysis. Be sure to hit a like and subscribe to our channel. You can also support us on the social networks listed below. See you soon. Bye bye.